I'm gonna go on video. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. That's me.
Make yourself boy.
These are healthy, but they're not good. Just so you guys know. I wouldn't recommend it.
That seems to be a theme with the health stuff. They're healthy, but they're not as
Now here we go again. I hope you know you're the recipe to my disaster, and I just barely dodged the bullet. Things change, but you don't understand. I've got a fire inside, but that's just life. She's such a bitch inside of a clever disguise. Where's the fact I know you watch me play? I stay awake to share mistakes, just to have them blood point straight back in me. Won't hear me, little beautiful disaster. I'll chase anything you're pointing after. I won't be shouldered again. I watch you ruin my life, I watch you
Well, all right. Hey, let me get this off my screen here. All right, so here we are, Wednesday, Banger Wednesday. Let's see. Let's talk about the Spotify playlist real quick. So coming into the show, we were checking out tracks from the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. All of those tracks are from bands that have been on the show. So all the guys tonight will end up on the on the playlist as well. The really cool thing about this playlist is become an amazing tool for all these bands. And that last band I played, that was Enox. And I was noticing that these guys got like over 37,000 monthly listeners. Whenever they first came on this show, I was looking it up, March of 2024. So it's been over a year and a half. They did not have 30-something thousand monthly listeners back then when they came on. So it's amazing to see bands that came on Little Banger Wednesday and then went on to do some really cool stuff and have just blown. You know, like I think what Sun Manter was on tour with August Burns Red, and you got Wolves of Oz out there doing some cool stuff, and I want to say they played with Convictions not too long ago. It's just really cool to see that stuff. But anyway, Bang Wednesday Spotify playlist, go find it, add it, listen to it. It does so many cool things for all these bands. They're getting heard, and it's the greatest tool we have. So go find it. Also, if you are watching us live on YouTube, make sure you go down there, hit the little subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a damn thing, but it helps us out. It allows us to do really cool stuff for the bands that come on. So be sure to hit subscribe and check out future live episodes and check out all the previous ones because we've got 4 seasons worth. So there's plenty to watch. So let me go around the room real quick. Co-host for tonight, I got Bo up there from the band Elijah. I got Dom from the band Set Alive. I got Miss Scarlet from Lunarscape and World Shaper, and I'm Forge from Forged by Titans. We got 2 bands tonight. We originally had 3, but the third one literally dropped on me a few minutes ago. But we do have Broken Side and we do have Fate Seeker in the house, so we're going to check them out. And since we had a spot open up, we're going to throw in a little surprise for the third track for tonight because we want to keep 3 tracks. But I'll spill those beans in a minute. All right. You know what? Let me go ahead and throw this in real quick. We are working on a few cool things. We're looking at doing a really cool giveaway. I'll give you guys more details on that later. Probably be a free instrument for someone. We're also working on figuring out about all the bands. So we're figuring that out as well. So stay tuned if you want to take part in any of those. All right. First band tonight. We're going to go to Broken Side, and I believe I have Skylar and Justin in here. If you guys want to hop in here and tell us a little about this this track we're about to check out.
Hey guys, it's awesome to be on the show. Excuse the no video. I'm in the middle of Atlanta airport at the moment. But this next song y'all about to hear is our most recent single. Jeez, and it's an 8-minute long song about letting go.
Hell yeah. All right. So if you guys are just listening, put your eyes on the screen because they did send in a YouTube video for this track. We're going to check it out start to finish, all 8 minutes of it. And we'll talk about it afterwards. So here we go. Broken Side.
Hey everyone, wanted to tell you about one of the best
Oh,
deals
hey,
we have
look at
going on
that.
the internet right now. It's the buy one get one
So
free deal.
we're gonna
on
use this
our
as a learning
world-famous peanut
opportunity.
powder, chocolate bowling broth.
Pay for the
protein
YouTube
powder,
ad free if
and
you
it comes
can. Apologies, guys.
You keep crossing the bridge that I keep failing to burn. Is this everything that you wanted? Desperation ends and I'm haunted.
All right, that was Broken Side. Hang on here. Let me get everyone nice and big. I want to see all their faces. All right. So real quick, I'm gonna come to you first, Dom. Just to give you a heads up. So real quick, we have. I'm guessing based on the video, we have the drummer and the bassist, correct? Right on. All right, cool. So Dom, want to lead us off?
Heck yeah. Dude, track was sick. Yeah, I was waiting for the drop. I was curious what was going to happen because I don't remember the band. It had like I'm trying to remember the band. I can't remember the band. Anyways, sounded like a band, a song I heard before. And I was wondering where it was going to go. And initially I was like, is this like a country song? Is this going to be a country? Because it's all the pickup truck. And I was driving and I was like, oh, this might be like a country song. But it wasn't. And I was thoroughly surprised that the transition that I was waiting for delivered. It was, the breakdown was like sick. The instant headbanger. I love the vocals, the layered vocals that you guys have and the way you harmonize. You guys' voices fit really well. And then I loved the false chord screams that were pretty freaking sick. But I guess like, what's the first question I should ask? I mean, when did you guys form and how long have you guys been together?
We got together right before COVID. So it's been about 5.5 years, almost 6 years now. So it was 2020. I moved here from, we're in Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. And moved here and met the guys. And we kind of, I don't know, man, it worked out, 6 years ago almost. And the right people, the right ideas, just kind of, it works, We just keep writing music. And it gets better and better. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, this song was freaking sick. I guess for like, is the longer intro and like the interlude and then going into like a big change up, is that something we can expect from like most of your songs? Is this kind of like a standard structure for the songs that you guys make?
So I think this was more of like a cleaner track, I would say, but it's also like our first like 8-minute song. But the general like layers and melody and harmonies and like songwriting is something that I feel is consistent through all of our releases, especially with our new album that we just put out, To Fill the Void. Yeah, we definitely write in layers. We're like Trident.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess follow up on that then. What are some of your guys' inspirations for music? Or I guess what did you guys grow up on listening?
Well, this guy up here, he's played in like a Tool cover band for like 10 million years. So it comes out in his playing 100%. And our singer, Jesse, big Deftones fan. So a lot of like the early 2000s rock and alt rock type stuff, you can kind of hear it a lot in our sound.
Awesome. What would you consider your guys' like main genre?
Alt rock, alt metal. We get that question a lot. I think it's alt rock. Really, it's more alt rock than alt metal, I think. So yeah, we're not. I don't think we're quite. Yeah, I don't think we're quite metal, but like labels, right? But it's I don't know. We just play rock, and it sounds like what it sounds like.
Right. And I mean, this song is pretty unique because it's just this very melodic intro that's almost like shoegazy, kind of almost sounds reverby. Goes into this really metal as fuck breakdown that's pretty heavy. I'd consider that metal. And then with the extreme vocals. So, I mean, yeah, this song was kind of like, I don't know. It was really soft, and then it was really hard, and then it was all melodic at the same time. So I really loved it. This was nice. This was sick. So, I guess my last question: what are your guys's? Well, let's not do a Josh business question, a Forge business question. Well, what are you guys doing for like marketing and stuff?
I've been learning TikTok, really learning it and posting like every day. And that's really the big deal on TikTok, is posting every day and being not exactly like top tier, like highly edited content, but consistent content. And it's helped us a lot, and we've timed it very well with our album release, and we've been doing numbers that we've never done before. So it's pretty cool, and but it's basically just social media and doing these type of interviews and live streams and connecting with people, and then playing as many shows as possible, and that type of stuff.
I'd say the other half of that is we don't saturate our market. So we played one show in our hometown this year, and the rest of our shows have been, all over. From Michigan, we're from Knoxville, so Tennessee, and we've played at Alabama and Georgia, Nashville, Louisiana, Biloxi. So we try to spread it out. That way, when we come home and we play a show, like our album release show, we had like 80 pre-sale tickets. So, makes it special.
Yeah. Well, I love it. Well, thank you guys again for bringing this track on. This was pretty freaking sick. I love I think a lot of people find like really long songs, especially not in an album format, but this one is correct. This is a part of an album, or was this a single?
It's the first track of the album.
Okay. Yeah. So it's got that like intro album feel, like the track 0 feel. It's pretty badass. I loved how melodic and heavy it was.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. We feel it really sets the tone, for sure.
Yeah. We sent this thing out to radio, try to get it on radio airplay. And in my email to everybody, I was like, I'm sorry, guys. This is almost 8 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. And, some guys played it. So, I mean, if it's a good song, they'll play it. That's how we feel. And we're unapologetically going for it. So.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I think I'll pass it off to Bo now.
Great track. I guess after hearing how you guys like to define your genre, it gave me a lot of like Breaking Benjamin meets Alice in Chains feel. And I'm from Indiana, so I'm here for it. So I saw a lot of ESP guitars. How many members are specifically in the band? You have 3 guitarists, it looked like?
So we got 5 members. We had a feature on this song from Nate Love of the band Oceans Until. Super cool guy. He's musically very talented. And I wasn't even there when he actually came and helped with, he wrote the whole second verse. But he's super talented. It was super cool to have him on it. But there's usually 5 members and 3 guitarists. So our singer sings, of course, and plays guitar, and then we have 2 other guitarists.
And then it looked like one guitarist is doing the screaming too. Is that how that kind of plays out? Not the main singer, but one of the other guitar players does the screaming. So you got a singer and a screamer, kind of.
Yeah, they both kind of work together.
Nice. Yeah, I think the like you had the slow build up, you had a lot of very, very tasteful leads, especially for like the style you were playing. Like not overly shreddy or anything like that. Really, really nice, kind of softer. I enjoyed like the melodies behind the lead parts a lot too. Did we I mean, it's pretty good quality, like as far as like the audio and the video side goes. I'm assuming you worked with people for both of that. Is that a good guess?
Yeah, we had a friend, Jacob Yoon from Daybreak Films. He's kind of the guy that's done all of our videos so far. When you find somebody that's good and wants to work with you, and is a great person, it's hard to go away from that. So Jacob filmed our stuff, and we use a guy named Dalton Skinner of Anchor Sound Recording Studios in Knoxville. He's also done all of our music recording and mastering with lots of feedback and things. But the guy is just, musically, Dalton and his product is just ready to go, out of the gate. When he hands it over, it can go anywhere. It can be on radio. It's a polished, good product. And so we're really happy with those things. I think we kind of ran into a little time constraint with the video, so we didn't get as many edits that we wanted, I think. But it really, I don't know, it's a feely video,
No,
you
it was
watch it the first time and
extremely high quality. So I mean, if you
Yeah.
didn't get to do all the edits, that's kind of surprising because I mean, it seemed really well done. So
yeah, we're very happy. It's one of those ones that you watch it and it kind of touches a little bit of a chord, first time it gets you. So
yeah, I mean, both of those were extremely high quality. I like that a lot. Did you track the drums or do we do like any?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, there's no MIDI there. We had a couple of little fixes, with things getting off time and whatnot, but it was all live recorded
Nice.
drums, and then we typically, when we record everything, it's a live recording with drums, with a click and a guitarist in the room, sometimes a vocalist, just for my sake, to keep up, and then we record the individuals after that on top.
Nice, I like that. Are we doing like live amps in the studio too for the guitar?
Reamps usually,
Reamps?
yeah.
Okay.
They'll do live takes with edits, and then we reamp everything with the actual gear.
Nice. I like it. How about playing live? Are you guys hauling gear around live or using modelers for like the guitars and everything, or?
It's a balance. We've got one modeler, but we're very big on having a live stage sound. So all of our guys, JW, our lead guitarist, I'd say, well, Johnny is our screamer guitarist, and JW is kind of the guy that just comes up with all these crazy little ambient leads and things, But we definitely have to have a live. We've got a 412 and a couple of 210s and a couple combo amps on the stage, and Skylar usually is hauling around a 410, right? 410 Ampeg cab. So we have a live sound, and it definitely, no click live. We're on it. We're on in-ears so we can hear ourselves, but we get at it.
I like it. I mean, it fits the style a lot too. Like it feels like you're that kind of band that just kind of vibes off each other while you're playing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
yeah,
you guys kind of do you kind of, when you're playing live, do you stay on track or do you let it kind of go a little wild? And
no, the songs are what they are. We definitely write the songs, and that's why that song was 7.5 minutes.
Yeah.
We're not gonna cut something just to make a shorter song, or put in a frilly solo just to have extra time. The songs are fleshed out before they're played.
Nice. Well, that's kind of, I mean, most of the questions I had, Dom kind of asked a couple of them too. I'm going to turn you over to the other hosts. But very well done.
Thank you.
Take it away, Scarlett.
Well, guys, I really like the track a lot. At first when it started, that drum intro kind of gave me like a Seven Dust vibe. So I was kind of like, are we going to go into some Seven Dust kind of stuff? But yeah, your drumming style is really reminiscent of Tool. So definitely pick that up. I think your screamer, he kind of reminds me of, if you've heard Alexis on Fire. Yeah, I was kind of getting those vibes from him, which I thought was pretty cool too. So I think out of everybody that's kind of said what your band reminds them of, everybody's kind of said different stuff. And I think that's really cool because I think that means you're onto something that's pretty original. So kudos to you guys for being original. I love that. I guess you said that this was not typical, right? Like an 8-minute long song isn't real typical for you guys, or is it?
not really, but at the same time, our first single ever was 6.5, right? The Flaw is, is 6 minutes. So, and that
I
went
mean,
straight
it's
to
not-
radio too. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's not like unheard of, and I feel like our future stuff is probably gonna lean towards the longer side, just because it. And we're not even trying to do that; it just naturally happens. So we're not gonna fight it. You know, we'll still have a short track here and there, of course, but it's certainly it fits at home for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that you guys are just kind of organically going with the flow when you write songs and you don't have an expectation for, how long the song should be or anything. You're just kind of like, hey, we felt this one out. It ended up being 8 minutes and that is what it is. And you didn't think like, hey, 8 minutes is too long. We need to cut some stuff out and shorten it or whatever, because I know some bands do that because there's kind of like this thing around having longer songs sometimes. And so I also give you guys kudos for that, just kind of feeling it out and doing the 8-minute long thing. I really appreciated the music video. I thought it was really creative. Did one of you actually dig that hole?
Yeah.
Important questions. Yeah.
yeah, we all did. There's magic behind the scenes. We may or may not have had a post hole digger that helped out. So, there's a video on TikTok somewhere where, I think we're all in there with shovels digging this hole, and it was a big hole, man. I mean, they both fit in that thing, fully. So it was a grave.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, you guys really put in the work to the music video, like physically and whatever else, like mentally. So that's really cool. I thought it was really a powerful video. I really enjoyed it looked like there was drone footage potentially that was done with a drone. Yeah, really cool. I haven't seen a lot of that with more indie artists, like incorporating drones and stuff. So I really liked that added so much dimension to the video and gave it just the kind of that other perspective. I thought was really good call on. Maybe that was your guys' call or your producer's call. I'm not really too sure, but I really, really enjoyed that. So also, so you guys don't have 3 singers normally, right? Because
With, but the 3 normal singers that are in the band are the 3 guitar players across the front usually. So Jesse is our lead singer, Jonathan Crawford, and then John Weiss. We have a bunch of J's in our band, John, Justin, another John, and Jesse. So, and Jyler down there. Yeah, we call him Jyler. So, but we usually do have 3 singers. The other guys are usually doing backups or screaming. In Jonathan's case, he does both.
that's awesome. I really enjoyed that. I think, you see pretty often bands with like 2 singers, but I don't see very often 3. And you definitely, and like the 3 guitarists and stuff, I like the originality there. And you guys make it work. Nothing sounds overcomplicated, nothing sounds congested, muddy, anything like that. So another really cool point to you guys too. So I really appreciated that. And yeah, I really enjoyed the track. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really liked the harmonies. Those stood out to me big time. The harmonies were done very, very well. So make sure you pass that compliment on to all 3 of your vocalists if they were all 3 involved in the harmony part of it. But wow, I mean, that really just helped set the emotional tone for the song. And I really enjoy some good harmonies. Can you tell me a little bit about why, like whose choice was it to do the video with like that theme? Was that your guys' call? Was that a producer call? Kind of, because that was pretty powerful, especially towards the end there with the person getting in the grave with the other person. That was really pretty profound and emotional. So can you tell me a little bit about the backstory to the video?
The video was my idea. We just I was sitting around one day and I was like, man, it'd be neat if we had a snow field, like after a fresh snow, and then we could dig this hole, and then you would have the contrast between the white snow. We're in Tennessee, so it wouldn't have been too hard to do, except we didn't get it done. But to have this really pristine field and then somebody get buried in it. And I just thought maybe we could do this without ever showing a face, which was part of it. You know, like if you watch the video again, you can't see their faces. That's why we do the overheads and angles. But it was just kind of it was a I don't know. I just thought it'd be visually really cool. And we couldn't do it in the snow, but we did it in the fall, so it was really nice out. And you know, we had that golden kind of looking field, and it just worked out pretty cool. So
Yeah, it worked out really well. I mean, and honestly, your bandmates must love the hell out of you, man, because you had them out there digging with shovels and all this. They would dig a grave for you.
yeah, we're all in.
Yeah, you guys must be pretty tight. So I
Yeah.
love that. I think that's really cool. And that's like group exercise too. Like everybody come together and we're digging a grave today. Like, you know, kind of cool. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
really like that. I really commend you guys for your artistic effort with the video. Really cool. Is there like one band member or a couple of band members that are kind of more responsible for writing most of the music, or do you guys kind of just sit down and jam everything out and what happens?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. You can go ahead, Skylar.
Sorry, yeah, usually it's a collaborative thing. Sometimes Jess will just come to our room here and sorry. He'll come to the room, to the band room, and he'll be like, here's this whole song I just wrote, and we'll just like add our parts to it and be like, all right, cool. And then other times, like on Lorne, it was very much a collaborative effort.
That's really cool. Yeah, I love to hear about everybody's writing processes, and so yeah, really awesome. I'm gonna check more of your guys' stuff out. I know that you said this was kind of like a different pace for you guys in ways, but yeah, I definitely want to check out more from you. And I heard a lot of really cool influences and inspiration in the song that from bands that I really love. So awesome job on the track and the video, guys. And I'll let Forge kind of jump in here if everything hasn't been talked about already.
I'll figure
Thanks.
something out, I'm sure. But yeah, so like Dom kind of pointed out, it was a little bit of change of pace. It kind of had us wondering if we invited a band to the show that was probably not meant for the show at first, but it was a welcome surprise. The intro had us thinking totally different things. But anyway, when it kicked in, you guys were totally meant to be here. It banged. And I'm looking at the camera. I don't do this often. The other host can vouch for me. If I look in the camera, it's mighty important. It's a really, really good track. Again, it's not something we usually get on the show, but it is done really well. And like Dom and Bo and Scarlett all pointed out, they named all these different sounds that made them think of other bands, and everybody was right. Because you guys are doing so much in your track, and that's what keeps it interesting. Because again, as you point out, it's a pretty lengthy song. So, and as they said, you were in a Tool cover band, so you would know this better than anyone. We talked about it before. The thing about Tool songs sometimes is it's kind of the same thing over and over again from start to finish for that entire 8, 10, 24 hours, however long the track is. This didn't do that. You know, it kind of had these pace changes and these different vibes, so it kept it on that journey start to finish. You didn't get bored with it. And real quick shout out, because I'm a guitar player, I do approve of your lead guitar player setup with the ESP single cutaway with the gold plated Fishmans. Yeah, that was tight. But yeah, the sound was great. It was so again, something else we talked about recently. It wasn't a really super compressed sound. It was a full wall of sound. So I like that you guys went that route with the mix and master. Again, all the vocalists did their thing. It all worked. Drums were great. Bass sounded awesome. It's just very well-rounded track, guys. Like seriously, really well done. I do also kind of like, again, guitar thing here real quick. I had moments where the tone kind of reminded me of, and this may be way out of off the field here, but like kind of like these 3 Days Grace kind of guitar tones in there every once in a while, which I like. I think it's a really clean but still like super attack sounding guitar. So I love that you guys went that route with that. Now you said they were reamped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what?
Each guy has. Sorry, just each guy has their own. They all use a different amp. Of course, JW, the lead guitarist, he's playing through a Rev right now, but he was playing a Marshall for the longest time with a 412, and he really knows how to set that thing up with that ESP. He can make that thing sing. So we make sure that the tones that they write the songs with, we really try to bring those tones in as far as reamping with the same amps, reamping, just to make it right, basically.
Mm-hmm. Right. And again, great selections. And, Bo could probably back me up on this, and maybe Dom, because I know Dom likes to chug every now and again. But, like, there's something about ESPs with like a high attack, like a Fishman pickup in it, because normally ESPs are normally kind of really warm, so they can definitely benefit from a really high attack pickup. And then it's just something about putting that together, you get this full range of just like awesome sound. That used to be my go-to, is ESPs with Fishmans. It used to be on all my gear. I don't have any now, but I switched to Schecter. My bad, guys. But
oh man.
Yeah, but ESP with Fishmans, it's just a unique tone you get. Again, great amp choices that help back that up. But anyway, enough about that. So yeah, you guys are gigging. You guys are, you got some new tracks coming soon, or you guys are just gonna gig for a while? And what's that looking like?
So it's more. We just put out the album. It's a 7-song album, and so we're gonna try to gig as much as we can, like thoughtfully, to promote it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically our plan for the next however long it takes us to put out more stuff. And we're gonna probably start writing again in the next few weeks, honestly.
Hell yeah. Well, real quick plug. Check out the Banging Wednesday Spotify playlist. I know we got a few bands from out in your area. I know for sure one's Wolves of Oz. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. Yeah,
they played our album release show.
No joke. Okay. Yeah. So good friends of the show. I'm actually collaborating with them on a song. So yeah, that's awesome. So, and you guys, obviously, it sounds like you guys are branching out pretty far. You guys said you were in the Louisiana, Mississippi area.
Yep.
Where have you guys played out in the Louisiana area?
Crowley at Sam's Place, and then we played Baton Rouge at the Basin.
Right.
Just on. 2 weekends ago. I'm originally from Iota, which is a little town down by Crowley. So that's like my home base basically. So we call up Sam in Crowley, and he's like, "Yeah, man, come on, we'll let you play."
Yeah, I'm familiar with the.
But then we go to Biloxi, so
Yeah, so since you're a native, so I'm currently in New Orleans, but I'm originally from the Morgan City, Homa area, if you're familiar with the geography. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We used to play Homa in football back in the day.
Right on. Nice. All right. But yeah, let's see. Let's talk about merch. You guys got merch available? Is there an online store or anything like that?
Bandcamp. Yeah, hit us up. If you check out our website, www.brokensideband.com. There are links to the merch page and links to all kinds of stuff, so you can hit all our socials there. But yeah, we've got shirts and hats and hoodies and all kinds of good stuff. New discs. If you want to get one of these cool albums, please do.
I certainly need to update it. Yeah, I need to update it because none of that stuff's on the Bandcamp right now. But I need to update it with all the new stuff. But I'll add that to the weekend plans.
Hell yeah. All right. So let's see. We talked about gigs. We talked about upcoming music, if any. We talked about merch. Let's see. I'm thinking if I got any other business questions I want to ask. No, that might be it. So you did mention social media and whatnot. What are the primary platforms you want people to go to check you guys out?
Facebook or TikTok. That's the primary ones that I've been posting on. We're going to try to get into Instagram a little harder because apparently that's pretty good for bands as well, like Reels and stuff. But right now it's TikTok and TikTok and Facebook.
Yep. Short form content is hot right now, apparently. That is the way to go. All right. So, I got a few minutes. Is there any other things you guys wanted to bring up while we have you on?
If you liked it, check out the rest of the album. I mean, there's some really good songs. At least we think so,
Hell yeah.
So the numbers are working, and I really appreciate you guys, all the comments and, different bands that we've, I never heard somebody say that I sounded like Seven Dust. I love Morgan Rose with a passion. So, that was really cool.
Oh, good. Awesome. Yeah. I can't wait to check more of you out. You're a heck of a drummer, dude. Real good.
Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. And again, just to kind of piggyback on what he said, definitely go check these guys out. If whatever reason you didn't write down all these links they just mentioned, they are going to be on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist with this track. You can click on their little band name there and go listen to everything they have available on Spotify, and I'm sure that'll eventually take you to a social platform if you need to. So again, make sure you go find the playlist, add it, support all the bands we've had on the show, especially these guys tonight. And just throwing a little bit of tidbit of information, we have well over 100 tracks on that playlist now, because we've had the pleasure of meeting a ton of great bands internationally. So go check it out. I promise you will not be bored, and there's plenty to listen to. So again, that was Skylar and Justin from Broken Side. We appreciate you guys making the time to hang out with us and bring us this track. Again, looking in the camera again, it is a really, really great track. So keep doing what you're doing. And whenever you guys are ready to show off another track, keep in touch. This isn't a one-hit wonder show. Just hit us up and we'll get you back on. Right on. All right.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to Fate Seeker. And we got Robert here. Robert, tell us a little bit about the track before we get into it.
Absolutely. So this track is the first one that we released with a new lineup. We started with 5 guys and we are down to 4. And so we had a little bit of a change in the sound, not too much. And we also recruited our buddy Ryan to produce it. And he did a really good job, so we were super excited about it. It kind of feels like the first, once everything's solidified in the band, and then we put something out. This is that track.
Hell yeah. So these guys also sent me a YouTube link. So we're going to be checking out a YouTube video on YouTube Live.
Yeah.
So this is Initiate by Fate Seeker. So put your eyes on the screen if you're watching at home, and let's check it out. Oh, let me actually put it on the screen for everybody first. How about that? And put it big. All right, my bad, guys. Here we go. Fate Seeker.
Follow the standards you're
All right. So if you're paying attention to chat, I started mouthing off because I got excited. And I was telling the truth. I'm not gonna take the entire lead because I want my buddies to co-host and get some words in. But I'm gonna start off with this. Super stoked on this track. And let's make it more like a story. Say there is like a city. Let's call it like Banger City, and there is a street called like Banger Drive. You guys live on this house right here, and I'm like your next door neighbor house. You guys are so in my current like realm of writing right now. So super stoked. And you know what? I'll leave it at that because I'll just keep on going. Let's go ahead and let Bo start this one.
Great track. Definitely like that newer metalcore style. Very, very polished. Just really killer riffs, just nonstop. I loved it. What kind of tuning are you guys doing on this song?
Wait! Don't answer it. Don't answer it. Let me see if my ear's still working. I mean, I just made this whole story about how we're like next door neighbors. So let me at least guess. Drop D sharp or E.
You are very close.
Damn. All right. What was it?
It's drop F sharp.
Oh, you know what the sad thing is? That's where I primarily write my shit too. And for some reason, I thought it was just
Oh, really?
I thought it was a step down, but I don't know, man. That tone just threw me off. That was really cool. All right, sorry, Bo. Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
No, it was very tight. Really great video. A lot of fun stuff going on. How much of like the song and video like recordings were DIY, or did you guys have a studio do all that stuff?
That's a great question. So that's why we were kind of so excited, is because all of the audio production was our friend Brian. So we tracked everything, sent it to him, and then he mixed and mastered it for us.
Nice.
And he's definitely like a mutual friend, so it was affordable. And we thought it sounded great, so that was super cool. And then we knew another friend, Randy, and he is a touring photographer. And we just kind of threw it out there. We're like, what about video? What about a music video? He's like, dude, I've always wanted to do that. And he's like, I haven't really done it much. Are you okay with that? We're like, yeah, your stuff looks great. I think you'll be fine. And we were super happy. So we were blessed with some connections on that one for sure.
Oh, I mean, the video itself was pretty wild. So he did a great job with the video. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it all a lot. So you said you recently cut back from 5 members to 4 members, and that's your current lineup. It looked like you were all kind of participating with the kind of backup stuff going on in the chorus. Is that right?
Yeah, it's very close. Sadly, everyone but myself is singing and is on that. I think it would be so sick. The few times that I have seen a live drummer, especially in a metal group, doing vocals, I've always thought it was so cool. So I would love to get involved there, and especially if I do, then every member has a microphone live, which I also think would be cool. So we will see. It's not happened yet, but it is definitely something the back of my mind. Drumming and singing is hard.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll
Well, it's
see.
very, the style is very demanding for drumming too. So,
Yes.
like being that sharp for everything. No, it's a great. I really one thing about the song itself. I love the little chorus. It's not overdone. It's not too much. Like it's just kind of like a
Good.
short chorus a couple times throughout the song. Really well done. But it's that change up is really awesome. So when that kicks in, like it kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I really enjoyed that.
Hell yeah.
So talk to me. So we got the drummer with us. How you guys are playing live, right?
Yes, absolutely.
How does everybody set up for like the live show?
Yeah. So the way we run our live show is our bassist, Seth, he has like a full live rig, which is amazing. So he's brought a lot to the band, and that was one of the things. And it's great. So he runs all of our in-ears through that, and then we have our full set on, I believe it's Pro Tools. I use Reaper personally. I think he uses Pro Tools. And we just get it dialed in at practice, how much time we want right before it kicks, how much time in between each song, and then each song gives like I believe it's like an 8 count in, and then that's about it. So really, we just practice the timing of it. So we'll click play at practice and just let it go, and just make sure that there's enough time in between for like announcements or shout out the other bands.
Okay.
And yeah, so other than that, it's very, very consistent, which is I enjoy that a lot. I've done both, and it's nice to be doing this. So,
Are you guys playing out a decent amount, or
well, we've played some good shows, and it's been awesome. We would love to play more, especially myself. I would love to get out there more. We are in the middle of a few different things, resolving a few different things, and as well as tracking an EP. So we got some behind the scenes stuff going on, but it's all good. We're moving forward. We're getting a lot of things shot and some things edited, which is super exciting. And we do have 2 shows coming up. I don't believe either one is announced yet, but we do have that going, so that is good. Yeah, we'd love to just play as much as we can within reason. So that's kind of where we're at with it.
hell yeah, yeah. But I mean, it kind every now and then it kind of does stink to like take that little step back and not plan any shows because you got to finish up some songs, but you have to keep that content rolling out, and
Yes.
you got to appease the algorithm and get those singles out and get those EPs out. So it's not always the
Yeah.
most fun, but it's part of it, right?
Yeah, I hear you. Yes, especially when you have like a insanely good show and you just feel that adrenaline, and it's like, oh, dude, that's what I've been needing all this time. And then, like, all right, next one.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, it's hard, but sometimes necessary. So
How about so you're working on an EP. How does the writing process go for you guys? Are you all kind of
so
like
our
in a room together? Or are you kind of shooting stuff back and forth?
yeah, so our writing process is so far Seth or Steve, the guitar player, they both write, and they'll write like a full song, and they'll kind of send it out there. And then we listen to it, get a feel for it. And it's nice that it's a very collaborative thing. So the idea, the full song structure and idea gets put up, and then we all listen to it. We start checking things out. Uh, we'll like rearrange parts, send that back out. If a chorus is written, sometimes, like for example, this next single that we're going to drop, Seth wrote the chorus, and he rewrote it, I think, 3 times with like fully different melodies. And it's been a cool experience for me because I've never had that before. It's always kind of been like, there's 1 or 2 people who write the music, and it's cool, but that's what it stays. Whereas with this group, it's so sick because we literally will write it and then keep rewriting it, and everybody like kind of just hashes it out and has input. And it's been a wild process to. So for example, like that single, the first chorus that he wrote, I was like, that's sick, awesome. And he's like, all right, hang on, I don't like it, I'm gonna do it again. And we're like, okay. Are you sure? He's like, yeah, hang on. And he put another one up, and we're like, okay, I think the first one was better. And he's like, all right, hang on. And they put the third one up. He's like, this is what I really had in mind. We're like, oh shit. Okay, cool. Like, to just kind of watch it, it's been cool. I've never experienced that before, but it is everybody. Everybody kind of contributes. So
Nice. Hell yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's all I got question wise for you right now. I mean, the song was
Sure.
the song was great. I know.
Thank you,
guys
man.
are, you know, vets of the show, and I've heard a lot of your other stuff too. But great track.
Awesome.
Just a great track.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
Yeah, come on in here, Dom.
Yeah, track was absolutely sick. It was heavy as fuck. I loved it.
Hey, let's go.
Mix and master engineer, your homie who did that is really good. I like what he did with I think the high gated guitars on some of those chuggy stuff. Like it gives it that modern feel, but it always sounds like a gun going off, like da 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 da. I love it.
Hell yeah.
You guys' vocalist is really well, vocalists, I guess, but there's really a lot of dynamics in there with the yell scream. There's a really cool false chord. Like, I guess the main one was like that really heavier false chord, and then went into like that very high false chord yell squeal scream that was kind of in there. And oh, dude, I was like, that's so sick. But
Nice.
yeah, the song it rips, guys. It was really, really good. But
Hell yeah.
what's your guys's? Bo asked like most of the questions I was going to ask, so let's see. I guess like here coming up in the next year, like what is your guys' kind of like rollout plan with singles and stuff? What do you guys usually do?
For like the next entire upcoming year?
Yeah, do you guys have like a kind of like a release schedule or plan that you guys are going to do?
Yeah, definitely. So, and before I jump into it, that's interesting you brought up the really tight guitar, because that's a perfect example. We got the first mix back and we're like, is this the right amount of like digital style, whatever? I was like, I love it. And someone's like, what about like 75% of that? And someone else is like, what about like 50% of that? We're like, all right, let's try these different things. And we ended up keeping it kind of high, which I thought was sick because I think it hits a little harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, for the upcoming year, we got a few things planned. So getting the EP out there is going to be awesome because it's 7 tracks. And as of right now, we don't really have like a whole lot of music out. So it's just going to feel really good to give more content and just kind of get that out there and be like, hey, this is what we're doing. This is kind of the whole spectrum of sound that we're going for. So that's going to be big. As far as I know, we're going to basically break that down in the beginning and pull a few singles off it and do, I believe, 3 singles and space them out. And the third one, somewhere in there, second or third one, we're going to do a live video for, which I'm super excited about. I've always loved that when bands did that, and I have not gotten to participate yet. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, so we'll just kind of section everything out as we feel makes sense. So space out the singles and the video. We probably won't do another like full-on music video for a little while just because of money.
Yeah.
The live video will not be as expensive. We did rent a studio for the music video. We rented a video studio in the city. That's how we were able to do like all the crazy backdrops and everything, which was worth it. But now we're gonna kind of just focus more on consistency for a little while and just putting good stuff out. Maybe not like the craziest thing, but get it out there. So yeah, that's about it. 7-track EP, couple singles to start off with, throw a live video in there, and then ideally somewhere in there, I don't know if you want to call it touring, but start some very small runs. We have friends down in Arizona, we have friends in New Mexico, we have friends over in Utah. So all the like close ones to start, and just kind of keep growing it as much as we can and go from there.
Hell yeah. Do you guys have any like what's marketing gonna look like for you, like between socials or like ads or like anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. So it's been nice that everyone was just kind of right on the same page where we're like, okay, we got together, and we like what we're doing, and now we want to like push it. So we're like, do you want to put money into marketing, paid advertising? So there was no hesitation there, which was great. So we've just run a few ads so far. They were very helpful. So I'm sure we'll continue to do that. As far as like organic marketing, which I feel is very important, I'll probably keep doing what I've been doing, which is I go to a lot of shows. I love live music, especially the genre that I'm in. I just absolutely love metal and metalcore. Um, and I just kind of go talk to people. I'm like, hey, check this out. Tell me if you think this is good, and leave it at that. And they look at it like, oh, yeah, sick, whatever. Or no, I don't like it. And I think that goes a long way. I know it goes a long way for we had great luck with our bassist Seth. Before he found his way back to music, playing music, he was a booking agent for a long time. So he got to make it's been awesome, man, really helpful. He had made a lot of connections over the years doing that. And I forget whose idea it was, but at some point after we dropped the video, someone's like, hey, Seth, why don't you hit up all those people you know and just say, hey, I got a new band. Would you mind sharing this video? And that really helped a lot. Everybody was just kind of on board with that, so that was sick. But yeah, marketing, as I'm sure everybody listening knows, can be kind of an elusive creature. And so we're doing our best. We're paying where we think it makes sense, putting money where it makes sense, and then just doing as much organically as we can to try to keep it going.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's awesome, man. I think that's like, especially in today's world, especially in the music industry, like there was always that stigma that like, well, good music sells itself. Like you don't gotta worry about anything. And it's hard. It's hard for an artist to go, and especially a band. You all get together. You put all these hours into reworking a song, and then you perfect it. You get it to where you want it. You play it live, and then you release it. And then it goes out to the void, and you're just not sure how to do that. And then you got to do TikToks and Instagram and all of this other content creation, and then you're trying to run ads on the side. It's like it's a lot of work in today's industry. It's not just you release and then hope for the best. Like if you want to get ears on it, you got to do, for one, what you're doing right now, and that's your networking, coming on the Banger Wednesday, marketing your song, taking advantage of that, and then doing all those other things. But I mean, that's pretty awesome. It sounds like you guys got a really good plan set up. But
yeah, we're trying, man, because everything that you just said is so true. Like if you get something together that is good, and like you said, if you send it off and it just happens to fall into that void, it can be really hard. It can be, and I feel like there's no true fail safe to keep that from happening. Because this is not my first swing at music by any means. I've been in and out of it since I was young, and I did not realize somewhere in my mid-20s, for most of my mid-20s, it crushed me. It's like I was very disheartened, and it was weird because I didn't even I was blocking it out. Like I was numb to it almost. It's like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like I like what I'm writing and I like what I'm doing. That's fine. And I do think that's a good mindset to have. But eventually I was like, I got to look at this and I got to see how I can be doing this a little bit differently, because number one, I got to make an improvement. But number two, what I learned was there are many things that you can start doing that will help drastically. And I kind of just started sending it in a lot of different ways. Yeah, marketing's hard, man. It's hard. I feel like it's a constant grind, and you have to put the time in. There's no, I've had a few experiences already where I'll hear people start going into it where they're just like, this is bullshit, and no one watched it, and no one listened to it, and this is impossible. And I'm like, you do understand what you're trying to do, right? Like you are creating art and you're trying to break through, and build something that does not exist. Like you are not going out to apply for a job and then you're upset because you didn't get the job. Like, that's hard too. Yeah. But this is something like 1,000% different. So it's a long term, it's a long grind. But,
Right. Well, hell yeah, man. Well, I mean, thank you for sharing that. And then, I mean,
Yeah.
usually you ask like a 1 year plan or a marketing plan. I mean, I think there's, I don't know, I'd say like 20% of them have like a good, like, oh, we're doing this, we're trying to run ads, and, we have this marketing plan or budget set up. So, I mean, that, like, in my opinion, as someone who also is doing a lot of advertising and content creation, I'd say like you're ahead of the game. Like
take it.
you guys doing that is gonna help your guys' band reach new heights and new ears. And you never know who's gonna be able to hear it. You could take one ad and some label hears it and is so invested in your guys' stuff. But yeah, no, awesome job. I freaking love the song. I'm excited to hear
Sick.
the EP. I'm really excited, and the 3 singles that are gonna come from it.
Yeah.
But I'll go ahead and pass it on to Scarlett now.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Awesome track. Loved it. I am such a big fan of the video. I feel like it was just done so well. It's actually pretty amazing to me, I guess, that was the first time that person had done a music video. That's what you said, right? The first time they had filmed one?
Yes, as far as I know. And he may have said that in one of those ways where like he did a few along the way that were just super like, I don't know. He wasn't excited about it or on the spot or whatever. But definitely got the vibe and sounded like this was the first official one he had done.
I mean, wow, that's really impressive. It looks very professional. Did he also do all the edits and everything as well, or did somebody else do the editing? Do you know?
I do. Yeah, that was 100% Randy. He did all of it, and I think he crushed it. He has a strong photography background, and he does a little bit of video on like his live sets too. But that was kind of the thing, like the edits, like you mentioned, that was the thing where he's like, I haven't really done this before, but I think I can do it. And we're like, I think you got it. Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
yeah.
it's incredible. And it just shows too, like what a long way it can go if you just kind of like believe in yourself and just try something. Because had I not known like that was his first video and edit and stuff, like for a music video, I would have never known. Like that looks like a very seasoned, is he a fan of metal? Because that I feel like that makes it different. Yeah, you can see, you can tell like the angles and everything, like really well thought out. So yeah, make sure you give some kudos to him because really, really cool. I loved the use of color. Yeah, I love the use of color. Especially for you guys becoming, a smaller group and everything too. The use of space and everything still filled everything out and kept it really exciting. And good for you guys for kind of persevering and carrying on and stuff like that too. I know it can be kind of a blow when you lose a bandmate. And it kind of can feel like a setback in ways, and it's almost like a breakup. You know what I mean? Like it is. Like in my experience, that's what it feels like. So yeah, good for you guys for persevering and kind of keeping on. How long did the video take you guys to shoot? Was it just a 1-day thing?
It was all in one day. Oh man, I believe from start to finish, from the time we got to the studio and the manager showed up and unlocked it. So from the time we got there, started unloading, building everything, to the time that we finished and we're in our cars to leave, I would say it'd be 8 full hours would be my best guess. And yeah, so yes, 1 day. And there's a very hilarious picture somewhere on our Facebook. I went first and I did my drum takes. And when I finished that process, I ended up in one of the side rooms, just face down on the floor, carpeted floor.
Yeah.
Just fully passed out, sprawled out, and they were taking pictures of me. I had no idea. But yeah, it was all in one day. So
No, that means you gave it your Grammy Award-winning performance because you gave
Oh,
it
yeah.
all. Yeah, that's really cool. I know music video days can be pretty exhausting. I've not done one of like that magnitude, like professionally, but even just like the DIY ones that I've made, I'm like, man, it's exhausting. It's a very long day. And so yeah, did you really enjoy that experience? Have you done a professional video like that before, personally?
I have not, and I absolutely loved it. To be honest with you, like everything that I've been getting to do with music lately is things that I've wanted to do and been trying to do for a very long time. I would say it was just everything that I thought it was going to be, and it was super exciting because I've definitely filmed a lot. I started filming myself and making just playthrough videos. I don't know, somewhere in my early 20s, and then covers before that. So I've been filming music for a long time, and I never had the chance to do a professional video, and I just really always wanted to. But the reason I said all that is I was at that point, by the time I got there, I was very familiar with how the process feels, what it feels like to be on camera, what it feels like to just have that feeling that like, okay, I just got a good take. Like that one was going to be good. Like the first was okay, but like that was the one. And so then to feel that and then know that it's in the hands of someone that I've seen their work, I know it's good, and then I know the song already, and then that period of time that you wait where you're like, all right, I felt it, I know we got the shot, I'm waiting to see the final product. There it is. Let's go. It was fun.
That's fantastic. I'm glad it was such a good experience for you and you enjoyed it and it's something that you've kind of had on like your musical bucket list, I guess you could
Oh, yeah.
say. Got to achieve that. That's such a huge milestone. I mean, even for more independent artists and stuff, when you get to cross these things off your checklist, it's super encouraging. So I'm really happy for you that you got to do that. You guys all look great in the video. You guys all look like you're super into it, like very professional. So yeah, I mean, really blown away at how well the video came out. I definitely think that one's gonna shoot up even more in views. I know there's a lot of views on it already, but I'd be surprised if that doesn't take off even more. I really love the screaming technique of your vocalist. I know Dom had already touched on this a little bit, but wow, really cool, very versatile screaming.
Yes.
Is he only, I kind of think I caught it. Do you have more of like a clean vocalist and then he just does the screaming? Is that kind of how you guys work?
Yeah, that one's interesting. So that is exactly how it works. So Bryson is the vocalist, he's the screamer, and then Seth, the bass player, and Steve, the guitar player, both do backups, and they're clean. They sing the choruses. With that being said, they both also scream, and they're both good. Also, Seth in particular is he's a crazy vocalist. His previous band is a very heavy metal band. It was called Animus. It's like AENIMUS, I think. And they were sick. And he played bass for them, and then eventually they needed a vocalist, and he just started doing it. So at the moment, both of them are just singing the choruses, but in the future, we're definitely sounds like we're going to start playing around with getting everybody kind of more involved. But that's what we got right now. Yeah, Bryson does the screams. He also will sing certain parts, and then Steve and Seth sing all of the clean parts.
That's really cool. I mean, that's great that you guys have so many vocalists at your disposal because
Yeah,
you
I
do
know. Yeah.
tons of cool stuff with that, especially if you have
Yes.
3 people in there that could potentially do more aggressive styles of vocals and everything. Like you could do some really cool stuff with that. And so I'm definitely going to be hopefully, fingers crossed, looking forward to some stuff like that in the future from you guys, because I think that would be really unique and really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I also love kind of like the breathing room in that song and like the like interlude part. I don't know if you'd really call it an interlude, but there's
Yeah.
like that breathing section in there, which I really liked a lot. I felt like it really helped break up the intensity of the song and gave it some more like kind of emotional feel to it. So I really appreciated that. The mix is absolutely fantastic. The mix is just wow. Like nailed it. Totally nailed it, dude. It's like the drops and everything, the drops sound so well placed. They're not over staticky, they're not like nothing's over saturated, nothing's muddy. All the guitar tones come out. I mean, just a beautiful mix. I mean, I absolutely man, I love the mix. It's fantastic.
Thank
I think
you.
the person that mixed it for you, their heart's clearly into this music, and they put that love and that passion into mixing it for you guys. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, definitely. I will let him know, and I appreciate all the kind words, Scarlett.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's funny that you worded it like that because when I heard Brian's work, I was like, okay, great. Like he's clearly talented. Like this sounds really good. And then somewhere along the way, after we had sent him all the stems and all the material he needed, I just remember talking to him, and I could just tell that he was like genuinely excited about the music. Like he's like, dude, this is fun. I'm liking this. And I said to the rest of the guys basically exactly what you just said. I was like, do you realize how good this is? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, he's talented and he's really excited about our music. So if you put those two together, like we're in a good spot. So we were very excited.
you
So
can tell, and you know, and I say it all the time. You can tell when a mixing engineer is actually passionate about the stuff that you're doing. And
yes.
I mean that rings true in this case too, along with your video. Like you have some really good people on your team there. And you know, I know for me personally too, when I send my stems to a mixing engineer and they're actually excited about the song, then I just get that extra excitement. I'm like, this is gonna turn out so good, you know, because there are
Yeah.
send it to somebody and you're like, we just need a mix. And you know, they're just kind of throwing pieces together and you know that the vision isn't going to be where you wanted it to be. So I think that's really great for you guys. I love how your writing process is kind of a thing too, where you guys come together and kind of give your 2 cents here and your 2 cents here, and then you know, if people kind of agree that they didn't like a thing or whatever, you guys kind of go back to the writing board. And I think that's really going to help you guys for like the longevity sake of your band and moving forward, because I know sometimes it can be really hard if there's a lot of creative differences and people aren't really willing to kind of budge on things. And I think we've all maybe kind of been in those situations in projects before where it's been a little bit difficult because people won't budge. So I think that's really great that you guys are able to collaborate so well like that.
Yeah, it's been a blessing because I agree with you. It's not always the way. And I've experienced a lot of the different other options before I landed here. So I do appreciate what I have. That is for sure.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I know so you play drums, and I've seen your Instagram reels and posts and stories sometimes where you're playing guitar. So
Yeah.
drums
Yes.
were those your first instrument? Because you're a multi-instrumentalist, right? So how did you land drums for this project? Was that like tell us a little bit about that if you could.
How I became the drummer for Fate Seeker?
Right, because I see you with guitar
Yeah.
sometimes. What
Yeah.
story?
Oh God. Okay, so that one is hilarious. Yes, to the guitar and drums. That's just kind of the way it's been for me for a long time. I don't even honestly remember which one I like saw first and got excited about first, but I just was always drawn to both. So I kept flip-flopping over the years, and that's still where I'm at today. I will say, and especially at the time, about a year and a half ago to probably a year and a half, when I was like actively looking for a band again, I was pursuing guitar. And the way I did that is, so I'm from Pennsylvania, and when I moved here, I took a job with Vail, and I moved straight up to Summit County, and it was incredible. And then some time went by, and I just kind of got the spark again for music. And so I started going to the shows. I started coming down to the city. I was like, this is sick. Denver has so many more good venues than I ever would have thought. And there's a scene here, thank God. So I decided, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a swing at this again. And if I'm going to do this, I'm going to like just 1000% push it and not stop this time. So I went back to Summit County. I made business cards with my headshot on it of me playing guitar. And then on the back, I had my email. I said what my motive was. I said, I'm looking for a band. And I had my YouTube link. So I was like, that's everything that you need. And I would go to shows, and this part never really got much easier, but I would just go up to every single person I saw at the show. I'd hand them a card. I'd say, hey, I play music. I'm looking for a band. If you play or if you know anybody, let me know. And then that's it. And then I would just go to the next person. And I did that until I met my buddy Steve, whom I live with now. And I knew he was my guy right away because I walked up and I started saying whatever I said to everybody. And he was just like standing there grinning at me. I was like, this is my guy. I was like, I already know. And it was. And I didn't hear from him for a little bit. I think a few months went by. And like I said, I was looking for guitar. And he texted me. He's like, hey, I saw your YouTube. I see you drum as well. Any interest in drumming for a metalcore project? And, you know, I've had that experience so many times where like you're putting yourself out there and you're cruising through Facebook and Craigslist and all this stuff, and you never know what you're going to get. And so he hit me up, and I was like, absolutely. Do you have anything you can show me? I was like, oh God, okay, here we go. I hope it's good. And he sent it to me. I was like, oh shit, all right, I'm in. He's like, really? I'm like, yes, I'm in. That was it. And yeah, and then it went from there. The story keeps going, though, honestly. And I think it gets even better because Steve went to the rest of the group, which the whole group was formed. They just needed a drummer. And he says, hey, guys, I found somebody. They're like, that's great. He's like, well, it is, but he lives up in the mountain. Like, oh, okay. And he's like, also, he doesn't have a drum kit. And they're like, okay. And he's like, but also, in a month, he has to get shoulder surgery, so he can't play drums for like a few months. But he really wants to do it. And it's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, it was so great for me because when they added me to the Facebook chat, they never like deleted everything before, so I just like read everything to read through it was the funniest thing. They're like, "Are you serious? He doesn't have a kid? What are you doing?" Like, oh my God! And then I ended up being good friends with all of them. But that's how it happened. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I've that's a really funny story because I know you know, looking for other musicians, and it's so funny because
Oh,
you get on platforms like Bandmix or Craigslist or whatever, and there's so many musicians on there that are like, you know, super serious guitar player, but I don't have a rig and I only have an acoustic,
yeah.
but I want to play black metal, and you're just like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, so
Yeah.
that's hilarious that you are like the person that was that kind of.
Oh,
But look
100%. That was me. Yeah.
how well
Yep.
it worked out for you because these people gave you a chance despite all of that. And you
Yeah.
know, really, really cool because you guys have shaped up to be something really, really great. And you guys seem like
Thank
you
you.
have a great business sense about you. I mean, that was incredibly you know, it was an incredibly smart idea of you to go out and be like, get headshots done and like hand a business card to everybody for music and stuff. Like, I don't think I've heard something like that before organically like that. I've heard of a lot of people doing ads on Craigslist, things like that, but not actually going to shows and passing out a card. That's like, this is what I'm looking for, like a business. And that's going to go really far for you guys and you guys as a band, you know, because that's what it is now. And how, you know, you and Dom were talking about, it is like a business too in ways, you know. And you have to have thick skin. You have to have thick skin to do this stuff. So Awesome. Well, I'm so happy to have found your band and have you on the show. And I absolutely love the track. I can't wait to hear more from you guys. And yeah, I could just go on forever because this is what I do on Banger Wednesday. So I'm gonna pass it off to George.
Oh,
Right
all
on.
right. Well, thank you so much, Scarlett.
Right on. Well, these guys like kind of nailed everything for me. So I don't really have many questions, but I'll have a lot of comments. Yeah, so definitely, mostly it's all things have already been said. I'm just kind of like following up. Great mix, great master, especially for that style of music, especially whenever you're getting tuned down so low. If you don't do it right, it's going to sound like a muddy, hot mess. So kudos to you guys for getting the right guy for that job, because that could have went terrible, and it didn't. Again, you put the effort and unfortunately money to put a great music video to really support the quality of the track. So you have quality audio and you got quality video as well. So just all in all, just well-rounded representation of the band. You listen to this track and watch this video, and you know what you're in for if you go listen to the album or if you go catch you guys live. So that it was an amazing foot forward for you guys. And again, I had a soft spot for you guys because you're in my neighborhood with the style, that super modern metalcore, kind of era kind of vibes. Great band. It's just really great track. I'm really glad we got you guys on with this one for sure. So we talked about pretty much everything, I'm pretty sure. But is there anything else you wanted to add? Open floor.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess wow, we really did go over a lot, huh? That was thorough, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just happy to be doing this. I'm sure I said that more than once, but I really am, and it's a relief to have found a good group of guys who are all on the same page. Like you mentioned, it's just like the very modern metalcore, which is exactly what I love. Like I don't know, man. I just love this genre. Like I grew up near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is not far from Lancaster. So when I was a young teen, August Burns Red had just blown up. Shortly behind them, Texas in July, This Or the Apocalypse. All three of those guys, I got to see them when I was that young age. I saw them perform live. And that's when I had the moment where I was like, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I need to be doing that. Like, I don't know what that's going to look like, but that's what's going to happen. And it was just the most inspiring thing. Those bands really, really shaped me musically for sure. And then, yeah, I mean, the genre keeps going. There's like Kingdom of Giants. There's If Not For Me, which is a great band. Those are my buddies from home. They're doing really well. There's just so many, man. So it's been sick to find that pocket where it's like, okay, now I'm finally writing and performing exactly what I've loved all these years. Like, it's not like, oh, like here's this group that's like kind of like this, and it's got some of these elements. None of that. This is exactly what I love. It's got the high energy choruses. It's got a little bit of odd time mixed in there. It's got heavy breakdowns, and it's got good lyrical content. Like that, those are the things. That's what like moves me. And so to finally be doing that, it's just a really good feeling. So that's what I would add.
Hell yeah.
To everything.
Hell yeah. Yeah. All good, man. But yeah, again, just well done track. Super high energy. It's going to be a great addition on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. We're going to plug that in real quick. So if you haven't made your way over to Spotify yet, please make time to go at it. These guys are going on there along with the other band from tonight and every other band that's been on the show. So go check it out, save it, listen to it in the car, listen to it while you're taking a dump, whatever. It plays everywhere, is all the same. Also, we are live here on YouTube. So make sure you hit that little subscribe button real quick. Don't do it for me. Don't do it for Dom. Don't do it for Bo. Don't do it for Scarlett. Do it for our friend right here from Fate Seeker. Just for him. Just one time. Push it. All right. Well, man, So thank Fate Seeker for showing up tonight, bringing a badass track. It definitely fit in well with the Banger Wednesday show. So kudos to you guys, and just keep doing what you're doing, man. And
Hell yeah.
and
Can do.
Yes, do it. And we're gonna go ahead and start winding this bad boy down. Let's see. I do want to remind everyone that this episode, once it's done live, it'll be available for eternity on YouTube if you want to catch up on it later. We got tons of other episodes on there from 3 other seasons besides this one, because it's crazy we're in season 4 of this little old show. And we are reminding everyone, please stay tuned. We're working on that giveaway. We are working on the Battle of the Bands. So if you want to take part in that, please, stay tuned. And again, you do not have to be in a band or on the show to take part in the one giveaway we're doing, which will probably be an instrument. But yeah, obviously, if you're in a band, those will be a part of the Battle of the Bands. We do have a host hangout coming on later this month. I don't think we nailed the date just yet, but we do have one coming. We're going to have a little special surprise, a little change in plans here, like on the fly. We got Miss Scarlett down there from World Shaper. We're going to premiere one of her songs on the next hangout. And the following regular Banger Wednesday show is it the next episode, guys? That's going to be the all-female band episode? Is that the next one?
September.
Yeah.
September is
Yeah.
ladies and
Yeah, so the September...
Let's go.
Yeah, September live show, the standard show. We're going to have all female fronted bands on that show, so that'll be a pretty cool show. So stay tuned for that. And, I think that's all the major news I got. Anybody else got any news that I may have overlooked?
I want to do a shout out really quick to Jason from World Shaper. Him and his wife just had a baby at 2 a.m. this morning, Eleonora. So shout out to my very good buddy in World Shaper. Jason, we love you and your wife, and we're so happy to know that you have a happy, healthy baby. So that's that's my thing.
Yeah, definitely shout out from the Banger Wednesday show. Nice. All right. So let's see. Again, we had Broken Side, we had Fate Seeker tonight. Both bands brought a different style, but all were amazing tracks. And again, they're all going to be on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. I don't know how many times I say Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist in a show, but I know it's a lot, and hopefully it's working and people are actually going and hit and save. That's what we want. And as always, we wrap the show up by going just to that playlist, and we're going to play a track off of there. So in just a second here, I'm going to kick you guys into the outro room. We'll play a track, and we'll call it a night until we see you again. So hold on to your butts. Let me kick you over there. And you know what? I actually closed out the Spotify playlist, so give me a second here. Reopening it. And let's see who we're going to play tonight. Let's see. Let us go ahead and do... let's do Trigger from Unsettled. These guys have been on the show a couple times. Let's go ahead and play that track. So, as always, stay safe, keep banging your heads, and we're going to see you on a Wednesday coming soon. Here we go.
Fuck you, Mom. I'm jerking.